The ultimate goal with Patreon is not just to get one big month, but to try to keep that momentum going. So for those of you who pledged for the first time this month, I pledged $1, $5, thank you. If you pledged a bigger amount, let's say some people pledged 20, 50, and one person, I believe, even pledged $100. That was freaking awesome. Thank you so much. It's not about that all the time, though. I understand some people, wow, I felt bad for Phil, let me help him out. Thank you, but I know you're not going to keep those kind of giant pledges going. So it's all about retaining the small. If you could, when you're gonna think about, okay, I have to reduce my pledge, if you could reduce it to $5, to $1, to something recurring, like I've said a million times, $1 a month for most of my viewer base. $1 a month is nothing. It's something frivolous. It's something you throw away or you waste. If you pledge to my Patreon for $1 a month, it adds up and it helps. Like I said, some 60-some people pledged for the first time. I had hundreds of dollars more in Patreon. It added up, okay? So thank you, and please consider keep going, because that's it. If I can retain the patrons that I have now, things are going to get better. They are. If I can keep an ever-growing patron user base, things are going to get better, and you won't have to hear me make videos about the business and views and all that, but right now we're in that situation. Alright? Now, some people have said, well, Phil, how else can we contribute besides Patreon? Well, some people recently have been donating games. Now, this is something that I've almost never asked for. Actually,
I've never asked for donations, ever.
I always just buy the games because I could afford it. At this point, like I've been telling everyone, I dropped about $1,000 on games alone in October. Between the PSVR, all the games for the PSVR, there was Mafia 3, Gears of War 4, WWE, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, Battlefield 1, oh god, and there was one or two more. And they're not on my calendar, so now I can't remember off the top of my head. So, we're talking lots of money. I mean, just the PSVR alone, I spent over $600. Plus all those games I just mentioned, so there you go. That's where all the money went, right? So people feeling, number one, obviously feeling worried about me, because they know that they want me to keep covering games, but it's costing me a lot of money to do so. And number two, kind of saying, well, I want to see Phil cover this game, but he seems like he's on the fence about it. They've started to donate games. A viewer of mine named Forrest actually donated Titanfall 2, which is why I'm playing it, because I was not going to play it. I said, you know what? Because things are financially tight, and because I wasn't super duper interested in it, I was going to skip it, but a viewer named Forrest donated it to me, and now I played through the campaign. I played through multiplayer last night, and I'm actually going to play it again tonight. So, there you go. I wouldn't even touch Titanfall 2 or know anything about it unless this guy donated. He did, and now, there you go. Full coverage of the game, and I'm actually going to be reviewing it tomorrow night. Okay? Same thing just happened with Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. I've been saying all year, listen, I want to play Modern Warfare Remastered. I love Modern Warfare 1. It's one of my favorite FPS games of all time. I actually remember at the time when it released, I dropped Halo 3 to play it hardcore for like 4 months, and I was highly ranked, and I loved the effing game. Okay? Even the campaign. I loved the campaign. Everything about Modern Warfare 1 was an amazing game. But you can't get it. You can't get the remastered version unless you buy Infinite Warfare. And everything I saw about Infinite Warfare looked terrible. I didn't like the gameplay trailers, the multiplayer, nothing. I liked nothing about this game that I saw. And I said, I'm not spending $60 to get another game for another $20. You should just be able to fucking buy the game you want. And it's a scam by Activision. And I don't have the money to burn to waste $60 on something I'm not really interested in to play the other thing. Alright? Well, the last few weeks, people finally started listening. Because I've been saying this for about 6 months. I'm not even lying. I was saying it all year. All of a sudden, people started listening. And they were like, oh shit, Phil's not playing Call of Duty this year? That sucks. We like seeing him cover it every single year. Even though it's not a great game, we like seeing it. So that way, if we're not playing it, we get to see if the game was good. We can compare it against previous years. And we love it when Phil covers the big releases like that. Even if he doesn't necessarily enjoy them as much, it's good for research purposes, which is part of my videos, is information, right? Well, a viewer has stepped up named Tom. Hold on a second, because I forget if he told me to call him Tom or Thomas. And I apologize already in advance, sir. Tom. He said, you say it's from Tom. Tom has donated the big-ass edition. I think it's called the Legacy Edition or something like that. The Legendary Edition, whatever it's called, the expensive edition, digitally, of Call of Duty. So I have both Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered, and I'm starting playing them this Friday. So again, this was a game that I wouldn't have played. I was not going to drop $80 for it. And now I have it. I'm going to be covering it all weekend. In fact, I'm going to have a poll up Thursday night to see, gee, who wants to play? Or excuse me, not who wants to play. What do you want to see me play? Do you want to see multiplayer first? Campaign first? Of which game? Infinite Warfare or Modern Warfare? Which one? So it's going to be all this week coverage of Call of Duty. Let me put it to you this way. If you're interested in seeing a game, alright, and I haven't mentioned that I'm going to cover it, or I have mentioned that I'm going to cover it, but you're willing to maybe step up, I would like to donate. Great. I mean, anything that's less money that I have to spend is going to help me right now. Someone, without my permission, and this is what I want to warn you against, without my permission or even speaking to me about it first, someone sent me a code for Duke Nukem 3D, the remake that they made in October. Remember I mentioned this a few weeks ago. I said I'd like to play this game, but I'm so busy, there's no way that I could do it right now. Someone just sent me a code for it, and I'm like, well, thanks, but I really don't have time to play it right now. And you know what happens with these games, if you don't play them right away when they're new, a lot of people don't care about them. So I thank you to that person, but at the same time, I strongly warn everyone, please do not just send me stuff without asking, because this is what happens. You might buy me something, oh, I want to see Phil play that. Send me the code, and I don't play it, and I don't want you feeling disappointed or gypped. So please check with me first, get my permission. Because the other thing is, what if more than one person buys me a game? That's the other thing I want to avoid. Oh god, imagine that. 4 people buy me Final Fantasy 15. Like, well, that sucks, because now you're all stuck with it, right? So, do not buy anything without getting my permission first, alright? So, donations, I'm open to them, game donations. I'm not asking for them, but hey, if there's something that you want to donate, please let me know, alright? In fact, I've already gotten an offer. Someone said they pre-ordered Final Fantasy 15, and they were willing to maybe donate it, but one thing I have to very strongly recommend has to be digital. Because if you get a physical copy of the game, then you have to mail it to me, which takes days, so I'm already late playing it. It costs you money to ship it. It's not worth it. Digital only, so if you want, you can get the code, the PSN code or whatever, and send me that. That's how it works, alright? But again, don't send me anything without asking first. And confirm with me, and then we'll get everything worked out, alright? This weekend, had a big increase in people on Patreon, big increase in people on stream for the Halloween event, and guess what YouTube did? Screwed with the views. So, I think the video views are correct. Like, if you look at a video, I think the views on a video are correct. But the total views on my channel has completely gone... It went up, it went down, it went up, it went down, it went back, it went forward. I call it the YouTube rollback. It's kind of like rollback netcode. You know netcode, when you play fighting games, you're playing and you hit a guy, you do a combo, then all of a sudden the netcode says, oh, no, that was false. It takes the whole combo back and the guy gets all his energy back. That's what I feel like it is on YouTube.
You work your ass off for 3 days.
Oh, wow, here we go. Boop, here come the views. And then, boo, takes it right the fuck back as if you didn't do anything because YouTube sucks. Alright, and it always has had this issue. And this happened both with views and with subscriptions. You might have noticed on channels, some people might say, Phil, you don't know what you're talking about. You uploaded a ton of videos on DsPgaming the past few days, so of course a lot of people unsubscribe. Fair enough, when I flood the channel with videos, that always happens. But right here on the King of Hate Vlogs, I lost a bunch of subscribers out of nowhere. Over on KO Gaming, where I've been uploading high-quality reviews, which is the purpose of the channel, I lost a bunch of subscribers. It's bullshit. What YouTube happened is they fucked it up, they fucked something up, they realized their mistake, and they rolled the site back until, like, 2 days, okay? Which took away views and everything. Took away subs, took away everything. And now they haven't fixed it. So what I noticed is subs are going up again, but why? Because new people are subbing, but the views are locked. And the overall total views haven't updated in like 3 days. So normally by now, about the 2nd or 3rd of the month, I usually know how I've done the month before. And I wish I could say, guess what, everyone? The revenue continued to be up for the last several days of the month. The Halloween event really bolstered revenue earnings. And I had a really good month in October. Thank you. I can't tell you that because YouTube sucks. And they fucked everything up, and now there's no way to know when they're gonna update it. It could be tomorrow, it could be a week from now, it could be 4 months from now. I'm not even kidding you. Late last year, YouTube screwed up for a whole week. All the views were wrong. They didn't fix it until February of the next year. It took them 3 months to figure out what they screwed up, and then everyone got a fix. But think about that. So a week now, I don't get paid. Yeah. That's literally what's going to happen if that happens. I just won't get paid for a week because YouTube sucks and they don't fucking they're never held accountable. That's the thing. If we're all people who work on YouTube, right? We all make money on YouTube for doing YouTube and working our asses off providing content so that YouTube itself and Google can make ad revenue on the website, right? They're taking a big cut of everything that we make on the website. We know that. Then they're not held accountable when they screw up. No repercussions, no restitution. I have to wait 3 months to get paid. Oh well, tough shit. It's YouTube. It's ridiculous. It's one of the worst business models I've ever seen, but it's YouTube, it's the biggest video sharing website, so we all have to put up with it, right? So, I'm sorry, I wish I had great news for everyone.
I wish I could raise the banner of victory and say we all rallied at the end of October and people turned off ad block and I had a raise in revenue and things are looking good and let's keep it up. And I can't even say that. Maybe
in a few days, maybe in a week, maybe longer, I'll be able to tell you. Right now, I can't tell you diddly shit. I can tell you when it stopped, when it screwed up this past weekend, things were looking good, but I can't definitively tell you anything because the website screwed up, alright? So, if and when it does update, if there is positive information, or even negative, I'll try to make another video like this to brief you and let you know what's going on, alright? For now, I am basically trying to do as much as I can. I'm juggling tons of games, alright?